Hey there, today we are going to study data mining. So, we are studying from three peoples. I am Mayank Tomar, second one is Amit Demakar, and third one is Mallesh Kavati. So, I take part of Introduction to Data Mining, its techniques and applications. Mallesh Kavati will take part of Association Analysis and Challenges. Amit Devakar will take Introduction to the Clustering and its types. So, let's get started. So what is data mining? Data mining, it is the process of analyzing and extracting useful patterns, knowledge and insights from large sets of data. So what you get from this? So it means like many of you, means all of you use Amazon, Flipkart for shopping purpose. So you will see that if someone buy a phone, then the companies also advise you to suggest you to buy a phone cover or charger or earphone, many things. So what how this will happen? This will happen because they collect your data, and after collecting your data they will suggest you the relevant things from that. So what what done in backend, this will happen because they collect, after collecting the data they take useful insights from that data, and they knowledge that what you buy, so they suggest you similar things. So they use data mining. So there are several steps of data mining. Like we move further, so first one is data collection. Data collection, you know very well, they collect your data from you, your searches, from your IDs and all things. After collecting data, there are several missing values, there are several unclean and nonsense values. So they are clean them. This will come in data reprocessing. After cleaning and preparing those missing values, they will analyze the data. Analysis comes in exploration part, and after analyzing the data, they will apply algorithms. There are several algorithms we will study further. After applying algorithms, it it will help, it will becomes a pure and good insights for them, and that they will take it to use for user purpose, using purpose, for suggesting the users. So here is the pictorial view of data mining. So first one is data collection, data selection. After data selection, process the data, all those cleaning things all here. After cleaning, they transform the data, applying algorithms, and after applying algorithms, they will take insights of that data for user purpose, for actions purpose. So that, so after the data, there are data mining techniques. There are several data mining techniques. So first one is classification. How classification how this technique works? So this technique works like, I will explain from examples like spam detection in emails. There are several emails you see that is fraud, that is spam. So how will it identify that is spam or not? So there is classification. There are several previous data set they will store. So according to that, they will assign them what is spam or what is not. So they will use classification there. After that, regression. Regression is nothing but predicting a numerical outcome based on input variables. So they in we can, what this do, this predict a numerical outcomes. Basically it works like it predict the values, means it have its own data sets, and on the basis of user inputs they predict the values, it is accurate or not. After that, association rule mining. In association rule mining, identify relationship between variables, means like, there I will explain this example like a user buy a bread, so it will also happen that he will buy a butter also. So it is come in the association rule mining. It will, this suggestion, how this suggestion will work, this come in association rule mining. So after that, there is clustering. Clustering means grouping similar data points in clusters. So there are many data on the data sets. So what this will happen, like, it will it will make cluster of the data, and they assign those clusters, so that when the user, like, there is user problem there, he buy a phone and it will suggest a cover, how this will happen. So they make a cluster for that. So in that cluster there are similar things also there, so they will suggest their thing. There is anomaly detection also. So we will learn further from Amit and Mallesh. Here's a brief interview of that. So, what is roles of data structure and algorithms? So, data structure and algorithms, like we put many models and algorithms for cleaning purpose, for modeling purpose, for tasks and techniques to apply for that. So there are large data sets. So we have to apply a efficient algorithm, because if it is not, then our computer become very very bad work, because data is so much large. So algorithms should be efficient, and models should be flexible, and models should be accurate for that, because there are several things happen, because data always increases, it not become decreases. So algorithms should be efficient for that. After that, there are several applications for the business. We also discuss about that. There are some more examples, like one restaurant manager wants to do some special, or special dish for some special day. So what will they will do, they will collect the user information, like on what the user order. So on the basis of that, he can easily recommend for the users what they order on that day. So there are another applications, healthcare, finance, marketing. So there are many things happen. So now in another part, I will hand over to Amit Diwakar. He will explain the clustering part. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amit Diwakar. Today I am going to explain the clustering and its relationship with the data structure and algorithm. So, so what is the clustering? Clustering is the group of data point based on the similarity. Means we have a big data set, then we have find to one value, yeah, one point in the data set, so it will take more time. And so we define that data set into a small cluster. So based on the basically on the cluster, we can find efficient way. Means we can save the time. So that's why we are using the what is the clustering. So clustering means we define the cluster based on the similarity of the points. So our main goal to point in the same cluster should be similar, and point in different cluster should be distinct. So basically two types of clustering, partition clustering and hierarchical clustering. So I will explain the k-mean clustering of the partition clustering, and merging clustering means dendrogram by dendrogram of hierarchy clustering. So what is the k-mean clustering? So k-mean clustering is the partition clustering algorithm that divides data into a k-cluster by minimize the intercluster distance. So what do you mean in intercluster distance? Intercluster distance means we calculate the distance of the each point from its centroids. So I define the first we define the algorithm. So what is the algorithm? First we initialize the k centroid, means who make the cluster. We define the how many points we take. So we take the randomly k points. Then we assign the point to the cluster. Basically, calculate the distance of the each point with the from the centroid. Then update the centroid, and fourth point the repeat until the convergence. Means we first we repeat the step 2 and 3 until we centroid do not change significantly. So this is the algo. And these are the example of the clustering. So I will explain with the example. So here there are three points. So these are the we define k center for the this this graph. So this is the three cluster, first cluster, second cluster, and third cluster, basically on the similarity. So these points have the same similarity according to this cluster, and these points have the basic same similarity based on this center point, and these points basically on the this center points. So and some noise point means these are the outlier. Outlier means, for example, when a customer went to a market and reach a shop and want to purchase some required thing, but he unable to get one thing that shop, but that thing is not present, even that shop, even it is not present in the market. So that point is the outlier. This is the another example of the clustering, how it is working. So next, so what is the complexity of the this implement to this algorithm? So the time complexity is the big O of t cross n cross k cross d. Means t the iteration of how many times code will it iterate, and n is the data points, and k is the number of cluster, and d is the distance dimension of the data set. So this is the space complexity. storing an point in the dimension space and big O of n cross t and point big O of n and case android for the in the d dimension, so k cross d. So total space complexity the big O of n cross d plus k cross d plus n. So similarity through big O of n cross d. Now I am explaining the hierarchical clustering. So what is the hierarchical clustering? Hierarchical clustering create a tree-like diagram and to show the cluster. It either merge small cluster into a big one. So I will explain the algorithm. This is the type of hierarchical clustering. So first I will explain the algorithm. So we take a data set with d with n points and we explain by algo. So this is the algo. First we initialize each point, data point as its one cluster, and second compute the pairwise distance matrix, and repeat until only one cluster remains. Find only closure cluster linkage criteria. So this is the algo, and I will explain through the example. So first I assume all the points. I take all data set point as a leaf node of a tree. Then I will calculate the distance by pairwise. So first I calculate the distance in pair. So then it will merge into a one cluster. According to this algo, I will merge all repeatedly and merge into a one big cluster. So this is the another example of dendrogram. So here are the 6 points. So these are defined. For example, P to P in the near distance. So I take P1, P2 as a one pair and calculate the distance and merge into a one cluster. Then I will calculate distance P0 and then merge according to I will merge these points. So this is the dendrogram and clustering. Thank you.
Good morning. Today we are dealing myself Mallesh. Today we are dealing with topic association analysis. What is association analysis? Association analysis is a technique for finding a relationship between items in large data sets. Mainly like if we consider e-commerce websites, e-commerce data set where we have the transaction of each person, we need our goal is to find which items are bought relatively, like if we buy a bread, we will buy butter also, like that we have to find this relationship with the items in a large data set. For this we will use association analysis, and like we are considering one example here. We are taking this market basket data where there are pan transactions as mentioned here: bread, coke, milk in first transaction, beer, bread in second transaction, and so on. There are 5 transactions. Then for this we have to know some technological terms. That is first item set. Item set is a set of item, all the items you have. And support is how many times a particular item occurred in an total transaction, all the transactions, that is number of transactions containing x divided by total number of transactions. Confidence is how much confident a particular x is when y came, like if bread and butter came, if bread came, how much confident that we are having butter. Like for this we will use the formula support x union y divided by support of x. For doing this we use a priori algorithm. We will show how it is applied. For now we will consider threshold like minimum support 40% and confidence 50%. For a priori algorithm, first we make frequent item sets. We calculate support for each item and eliminate those items which are below threshold. First, we will count the each items. That is here we are having bread 3 times, beer 3 times, and total number of transaction we have total 5. and their support count all are above threshold, that is 40%, then they are frequent. And next we will take frequent generate and evaluate two item sets, like combination of two and their minimum support and their count. We have like the transaction which containing bread and beer both, that is two transaction that contains bread and bread both, and its support is 40%, total transaction are 5, then we will making like above 40% support count is frequent, then we are labeling it and take like we came to know that these item sets are frequent, too frequent, and with that two frequent item sets we are making a three frequent item sets from the two frequent item sets only, and we are arranging combination of 3 by 3, and we are counting the support count same. And from the frequent items we generate association rules and confidence and lift, like when beer and milk come, diaper will come, that confidence is 66%. When milk and diaper come, will a particular, if consider this 66% means there are 10, 10 3 transactions, and when the milk and both diaper will come, out 3 out of 2, with these two items coke will also come, will come, and we make this a priori algorithm, the frequent items and association rules, and these applications are market basket analysis and recommendation systems. We saw in healthcare also patient symptoms diagnosis, in web mining also